With the rising popularity in collegiate sporting events, the undeniable amount of income that the schools generate from the events and their players has came under fire. The argument has been made that the schools and the NCAA pocket too much of the money while the athletes don't get enough. I will examine the advantages college athletes have and the facts about their benefits while they are enrolled in school and after the fact. According to the article, tuition costs of colleges and universities found on the National Center for Education Statistics in 2013, the average tuition in 2012 was up 41% from 10 years prior. In 2002, the national average for tuition was $11,380, and that rose to $19,339 in 2012. The decade prior to that, from 1991 to 2002, it rose 37.8%, and dating back to 1981 to 1991, it rose 50.77%. There's no mistaking that a college degree carries a heavy price tag, and a price tag that is only going one direction. In January 2014, Northwestern football team made an unprecedented move by seeking union representation, thus making them employees and not strictly students of the university. This action intensified widespread debate on whether college athletes produce so much revenue for their institutions in the NCAA that they should receive a larger portion of the profit, or if the benefits they currently receive are enough. As a current college student myself, not on any type of athletic scholarship, I can personally attest to the fact that college is an expensive burden financially. The three areas I will cover today are the benefits of a college degree and the differences in wage potential, the benefits of a college athlete and the platform it provides for them, and the downfall of players becoming employees of their institution. So let's begin with the benefits of earning a college degree. We could come up with an endless list of jobs in our society, many that are highly sought after, that require you to have a college degree. There's also a large gap in earning potential between someone with a bachelor degree and someone who only holds a high school diploma. The National Center for Education Statistics website shows the relative relationship between annual earnings of that bachelor degree holder and the high school diploma holder in their 2014 article, Income of Young Adults. Their latest figure in 2012 shows a 36% gap between the two. A bachelor degree holder would earn nationally average $46,900, while the high school diploma holder would only earn $30,000. That is nearly a $17,000 difference. Stacy Rapicone of Kiplinger.com states that there are numerous jobs in today's job market that have high earning potential that do not require a college degree. She lists these jobs in her 2014 story, 10 Best Jobs You Can Get Without a College Degree. While there is some truth to this angle that there are quality jobs in our job market that do not require a degree, I don't think anyone would argue that an extra $1,400 a month or the $17,000 annually that we talked about would help lead to a more comfortable lifestyle. And of course, if you're fortunate enough to earn an athletic scholarship to the university, many times the repayment of school loans is a non-issue. Now, the benefits of a college athlete. I want to preface this topic by acknowledging the fact that student athletes in college have a high expectation as it pertains to balancing their academic and athletic performances. They have an added pressure being in the spotlight athletically while still maintaining acceptable academic performances. But there are also perks to that spotlight. While a small percent of them will go pro, and that pro sports are ranked amongst the highest in pay in the United States, a larger percent of them will not make a career in pro sports. But consider the fact that as they move on to their desired field, that they will have an advantage in getting a job with a name that they made for themselves in playing college sports. According to National Collegiate Athletic Association, or the NCAA's website 2013, of the 460,000 student athletes, fewer than 2% of them will go pro. For many, the spotlight to gain credibility to their name is plenty enough. Some jobs even require having a college athletic background. Athletics takes up a lot of time and a lot of dedication, but the requirements to remain eligible are not exceedingly difficult. NCAA's website in 2014 states that a student athlete must only complete 6 credit hours to remain eligible for their sport the following semester. And finally, the downfalls of the pay-for-play concept. If you look at the situation from a monetary standpoint, seemingly student athletes have much to gain from this concept. Alicia Jessup of Forbes.com highlights in her article, The Economics of College Football, a look at the top 25 teams' revenues and expenses, published in 2013. Schools ranked in the top 25 in the 2011 season grossed a staggering $1.2 billion cumulatively the year prior. Clearly, there is money to be had, but the Northwestern football team is finding out that the issue is not that simple. In any job, the terms to employment and pay are based on performance. When Northwestern applied to it as a union in 2014, they seemingly were unaware of the additional ramifications. As a member of the union and thus an employee of the school, their tuition and scholarship benefits could be at risk. Alejandro Casino of Chicago Tribune, 2014, in the article Northwestern Union Square Off in Football Labor Filings, the Northwestern football players argue that their primary relationship to the school is academic, thus not making them employees. The opposing view on this issue is that the schools in NCAA are far too profitable. And while that may be true, it should be considered that all the revenue produced by the events benefit the local establishments in the areas, as well as the tax dollars that are generated by the product that is sold from the sports teams. To sum things up, it is apparent that there are conflicting issues or views on this matter. All things considered, I believe student athletes have great advantages during and after their schooling. Consider the $17,000 difference between high school diploma holders and a bachelor degree holder mentioned earlier. If the average college student graduates at the age of 22 and starts their career at 23, and the high school diploma student starts their career at the age of 18, the college student will earn an additional $564,000 over the high school diploma student if they both retire at 65. And if they were a full ride student athlete, they got their education for free. It is important to remember that young adults competing in college sports are being given an opportunity to do what they love while getting an education to further their careers as they enter adulthood. Rather than seeing them as victims, we should see them as fortunate individuals that are given a chance many are not.